News tonight, the family of the little girl shot and killed in Atlanta this summer honored her tonight with a balloon release. Today would have been Sequoia Turner's 9th birthday. Sequoia was shot outside a package store on Pryor Road on the 4th of July. That was near protests on the site of the police killing of Rayshard Brooks. Sequoia's family is suing the city, arguing it failed to keep people safe. One person is charged with her murder so far. Sequoia Turner's death is part of an especially violent year in Atlanta overall. So many homicides this year. The city surpassed last year's numbers weeks ago. 11 Alive's John Sherrick is live tonight for us in Midtown with what Atlanta police attribute to the rise in homicides. John.
Atlanta police working to try to put a stop to this year's hemorrhaging homicide numbers so they don't continue to climb into 2021. Atlanta police saw it coming, realized months ago that 2020 was on pace to surpass last year's numbers of homicides in the city. And that happened on October 1st. Now, so far this year, there have been 130 homicides in Atlanta, compared with 99 homicides in all of 2019. A 30% increase so far, likely to climb higher before the end of the year.
We are seeing a significant increase, not only in Atlanta, but across the country.
Atlanta Police Deputy Chief Timothy Peak says the causes run deep into what's going on in people's lives. Right now, for example, pandemic tensions, job losses, money worries, evictions. APD's interactive crime map shows one dot for every homicide in 2020 so far. And the homicides are concentrated across the geographical heart of the city on either side of I-20 and to the south of I-20. On average, a homicide in Atlanta every 2.5 days this year so far.
And we recognize that it's going to take more than just the Atlanta Police Department to bring those numbers under control.
Deputy Chief Peak says APD is increasing patrols in targeted neighborhoods, increasing community policing, and working with the courts to keep offenders locked up. And he says homicide detectives have made arrests in most of this year's homicides. The department trying to enlist the help of communities to prevent homicides, to bring peace to the streets.
Work with everyone to decrease those numbers immediately.
Atlanta's homicide rate per 100,000 people, according to the FBI's latest numbers, was 3 times higher than the statewide homicide rate. The whole city, including Atlanta police, has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, they certainly do. All right, thanks a lot, John.